of the day. But we will start with a championship event, the 4x800m relay for age category starting at 12 up to the 17 and 18-year-old age groups for girls and for boys. The 4x800, not seen a lot at this level, mostly at the collegiate level. See it often in the indoor season, not so much in the outdoor season, but it is on offer from time to time at major meets for age group athletes. So 4x800 meters, 2 laps of the track for each of the runners. We will start with the 12-year-old girls, and we do have some small entries, so I will be interested to see what they do here in terms of possibly combining age categories, because we don't have huge numbers. So we'll have to see what they have done possibly at the last minute with the entries and what unfolds here. Weather today, you saw it, current temperature in the mid-70s. It's been classically that way in the morning, sort of a little cooler in the morning, coming up to the 8 o'clock hour, but then steadily getting warmer throughout the day. Expected to reach the low 90s by the middle of the afternoon. Of course, that always steamy Floridian heat or humidity accompanying that heat makes it feel quite a bit warmer. We have had interruptions throughout the meet with weather issues. We did have a 2-hour weather delay 2 days ago that we had to endure with a big storm that swept through at the last minute. And then we did have a complete cancellation of the back third of the meet the other day that meant some reshuffling of the meet schedule, mostly impacting the 200-meter qualification process for the finals and the 4x100 meter relays. And it looks like we are underway with the first event on the track. And indeed, they have combined some categories here and added a few teams. It looks like we have 3 teams on the track here racing this 12-year-old girls 4x800 meter relay. Bullseye Running. They are wearing the bib and hip number 5, and they are wearing the neon yellow outfits. We also have the Gulf United B team, and then the 813 Elite track and field team. The 3 contestants here in this 12-year-old girls championship 4x800 meter relay. And you have to have a reasonable sized club to sort of put a relay team like this together, and some of these clubs have so many kids and depth of competition. They have A and B teams. So that is the Bullseye Running team that has taken the lead. 813 Elite Track Club there in the pink. And Gulf United there in third place with the opening leg runners just rounding the top of the turn there with now about 150 meters to go. So when they come into the home straightaway, we should see the second runners getting set up on the track. Those are the hurdles that the officials have smartly stacked on the track and getting ready to go, because it will be hurdle qualification. Semifinals in all divisions will be next on the track after we finish up with the 4x800 meter championship. We'll roll into those hurdle semifinals, qualifying for finals tomorrow. Most of the big finals all taking place on Saturday. Looking at the schedule on Saturday, it is a packed one. Very busy day with finals pretty much all day long tomorrow on Saturday. And again, it will be Trevor Fulkerson who will be on the microphone with you throughout the day tomorrow. Today it's Fast Friday, and we kick things off, as I mentioned, with the 4x800 meter relay. First legs, 2:34 for Bullseye Running. They're still in the lead. record in the 12-year-old girls 4x800 meters, the outright national AAU record. That was set a long time ago, back in 1996, 9:41, and the meet record is held by the Delco Stallions. It was more recent in 2014, 9:51. Bit of a battle now at the front. Gulf United and Bullseye Running have hooked up to have two runners at the front pushing one another on, and we've talked about this in some of these races where there's one runner way out in the front. It is, particularly at this age with young kids, psychologically they may not be experienced enough to know how hard to push or the pace that they should be going. When you have another runner up there, it's always helpful to at least urge you on a little bit. You know that the competition is breathing down your neck or just ahead of you on the track, and you want to try and keep pace with them. 200 meters to go now for the second leg runners. Shadows a little bit long here in the morning sunshine at Hodges Stadium. This is a purpose-built soccer and athletics track and field facility on the campus of University of North Florida. The North Florida Ospreys play their collegiate soccer, and of course the track and field team competes here as well. 9-lane track, which seems to be the standard now for tracks. Whenever a significant track is resurfaced or remodeled, they typically put in that extra lane, and certainly we've been utilizing that extra lane in some of the qualification rounds. It adds an extra person to it, and you can reduce the number of qualification rounds you have, although with some of these events, the 200 and the 400 in particular, we've had in the 17 and 18-year-old boys, we've had over 20 qualification rounds. In fact, we had 29 yesterday in the preliminary round of the 17 and 18-year-old boys 400 meters, and it's a characteristic story. I talked a bit about these clubs that would need 4 runners to put a 4x800 meter team together. This meet as a whole, looked at it from 30,000 feet, is a living testament to the depth of competition in the United States in track and field, in athletics. The United States, the dominant country worldwide at any world championships or Olympic Games in recent history. The United States dominating the competition with the total number of medals won, gold medals won. The U.S., a dominant force, often more than double what any other competition or other team, national team in the meet has won. And this is where it starts. I've been talking a lot about this, is at this age, at this youth age, starting at 12, 13, 14, when start to get a little bit more serious about it, coming up to the high school level, and certainly through those high school and then the collegiate competition, NCAA competition. That is where you start to sort of zero in on what your specialization is, whatever it is in track and field. And I love that some of these kids, they're competing in a wide range of races and events, and sometimes they're interesting combinations. We've seen some of the distance runners throwing the javelin or doing some other event, the shot put or whatever it is, and you're thinking, wow, that's an interesting range and combination of skills and abilities to do. But it speaks to what I think at this younger age, particularly at the younger age of this spectrum, at this age, 12 or younger, it's that exposure to a range of sport experiences that is most important. Final leg runners, anchor leg runners now out on the track And that is Bullseye running out to a big lead. And we've seen them in a lot of the middle distance events. This may be a club that tends to focus. You see that with clubs. They tend to skew one way or the other with the talent that they have within the club and what the coaches, specializations have been, what their past experiences have been. And Bullseye Running seems to be one of those clubs that is mostly middle distance running focused. We've seen their athletes competing mostly in the middle distance events, the 800, the 1500, the 3000. And here in the 4x8, they've put together a solid team here in this girls 4x800 meter championship race, and they are running away with it here. Anchor leg runner out on the track. 300 meters to go to the finish. You can see the warm-ups going on over on the far side of the track over there. That's a big sports field. It's another big open sports field over there where it's the warm-up area before athletes do have to check in. That's the other thing with this meet, is that these larger meets, these national level meets like this, like the AAU National Club Championships and other national championships at this level, it's the first exposure for a lot of these kids in terms of that process that goes on at larger meets. You have your warm-up space, you do all your warm-ups, and then you need to check in. There's a waiting room or a sort of a waiting tent, and then the athletes have to all come together out onto the track, and then they go. There's a whole step-by-step process. That it's the same at the Olympic Games or the national championships or any big meet, and they're exposed to that process here for the first time at a meet like this, so they get used to it. Bullseye Running coming up to the finish line, and they will cross the line to take the win here in the 12-year-old girls 4x800 meter championship. 10:21 the winning time. Their final leg runner running a 2:30, and already we are underway with the next event